I'm going to give an overview of the playback functionality that comes with the iQ CCTV 16-way DVR. So what I'm going to do first of all is bring up the main menu by simply clicking right on the mouse. Click on the main menu and we'll come in here and we'll simply come down to the record search option here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm simply going to I have two choices in how I want to look for the past recordings. So we can specify a certain type that we want here, whether it was all recordings that happened on schedule, on manual, or ones that were triggered by alarms. But what I'll do here is I'm simply going to specify all in this case. Now if we can also go in and specifically say, I know the time and date and I want to go back and look at that specific time. So if we came along here and we said, okay, it's the 3rd of March return, and at the time happened at 12 noon. So we'll just type in 12, return again, and we can click play and it'll bring up the 8 screens there. Now alternatively, if we just use the search option here, we'll say, if we search to all, it'll give us all the recordings that have happened here. So we can see a full page of them here, and so it's given us choices here, previous, next, if there's other recordings beyond that time frame, okay? So we're just going to, we'll say, for the 3rd of March here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm simply going to click in on this date. And it's giving you recordings there from 9 o'clock straight through until 12 midnight, and it's in half-hour blocks. But it is in a time previous to this that I want to check a particular incident. And we'll check here from 3:30 until 4 o'clock, so a half-hour block here. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to double-click on this, and then I will come along and I'll press play. So you can see the 8 screens are after being displayed here. So I'll just click into one of the particular screens. And what I'm going to do here is I can make a choice here, and I can actually just hit pause here. Okay, so we have a dog coming across the screen here, so I'll just play this on slowly here. So I'll just play here, and then we have just in clear focus there, so we can stop and play it. So we can hit the stop button here, we can press play here to go forward. If we're waiting for a more exciting incident to happen, we can do it 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 or 32 times, and we press again, it'll come back to normal speed going across the screen. So you can see anyway, the only real way of telling there's any changes here is just by looking at the clock. You can see the clock moving faster, obviously, on top of the screen. But there's little action happening on the actual thing. If we wanted to go backwards here, what we can do is we can simply go record here on the same 8, 16, 32. And if we want to pause at a particular point, we can pause here this way, and if we're playing forward, we can hit pause again and we can hold the time locked to a certain thing. Now we want to bring back up multiple screens. We can bring up 16, we can bring up 9, or we can bring up 4 cameras at the one time. We want to back the full screen, we can go in here. Okay, so that's it anyway. In general, I find the functionality in this very good. It's reasonably granular. In terms of, we'll say, if we had a recording here and we wanted to jump well forward, what we can actually do is, you can see there's a little bar here that's highlighted, and I can jump just straight forward towards the end of the section here, and you'll just see it jump significantly forward, and we just press the play button again there, and it's just playing again, much closer to the end of the segment anyway. So so overall, the functionality and the granularity that you get with this is very good. So that's it, an overview of the playback functionality on the 16-way DVR.